Get that going, and then let's see. Takes a few minutes before the YouTube chat actually shows up, which is frustrating, but it seems to be the way it goes. How the fishing? The fishing is an ongoing concern. It's like the game ends eventually. It has to. YouTube notifications popped up just now. Okay, so I start the TikTok one separately and first. And then once I'm sure that that's up and running and connected and everything's working, then I start the other two streaming services that I'm connecting to. But does it actually end? It better. I'm in the final tournament. I know I am, because it only goes up to the TNN tournament. Man, why does the demo guy have to suck? It's interesting the way the chat seems to work, because it's like it takes minutes to connect to the YouTube one or the TikTok one. I don't know why. But okay. Let's just get started here, and it'll start kicking in a little bit, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to night 11 of the TNN Bass Tournament of Champions. Oi, there's a lot of fish. But we're not done. Oh, come on. I took too long with my little intro and it went back to the attract mode. Is this at least a demo on how to move some of... Oh, nope, it just catches right away. Never mind. Totally useless. Okay, here we go. Keep going. Level 15. Now, you have to finish in the top 2 to advance. I think that's what it is. Okay. I want to see if I can actually pick up some of the vibrating lures, and see if I can use those to catch some of these fish. The ones that are further up beyond my max range. That's what she said. It is, I think. Let's see. Got these guys here, $12 a pop. And then these guys here. Whereas the rest of them, I don't think they're going to do a ton for me, but... I mean, the more expensive ones have to be better, right? That's how sports works. Particularly, like, with fishing. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Yes, let's try. Be ready for any kind of weather. And then let's see how I am on the jigs, because the jigs have worked in the past as well. I think I have 2 cloudy jigs and 1 rainy jig, so I need a fine weather jig and some of the others. Now, I'm not sure if these will transfer into the tournament when I go do it, but okay. because I think it sticks me with only the ones that I brought in to begin with. I can't add new when I resume the game, but we're going to find out. Reel rod. I already have really good reels and rods for both bait and spinning. So what we're going to find out is, can I incorporate the ones? Okay, it's cloudy. Do I have a cloudy lure on? Loading, loading, loading. Yeah, I can't add new, which sucks. But it'll come in handy next time around. It's good to know I can't add new, I guess. So let's see what's here. I didn't get far enough back to really check. So we'll try again. But also I gotta take note that the wind has changed, so oof. No big fish here right now. What is our weather like? It's 20, it's okay, so it's roughly 70 degrees right now. It's not too warm. But we got a lot of wind going, so we want to basically have a backdrop to fish against to keep us from losing lures. Like a dam or a dock or a bridge. Yay! So let's try the bridge. See what we can find here. There's got to be something, right? There's no bridge. Frustrating. I just have to be super careful because of the wind. The wind makes the whole thing a lot harder. Come on. How is everyone tonight? I think they're doing just fine. Nope. Stay away from me, little fish. I want big fish, not little fish. Big fish. This is such a big game for me as a kid. I grew up outside of Nashville. That's super cool. Come on, you're right there. You see it and you want it. Is it like once you're off screen, your AI breaks? Is that what's happening here? So I can't go further to the right, but you can. Yeah. So it looks like their AI breaks once they leave the screen. Carval, I believe this game came out in 1993. I'm going to keep it around 5 or 6 meters deep. Too deep. Come on. You filthy animal. You're not biting right now. I don't like that at all. Come on. Down here, please. Thank you. Back here. Nope. Yeah. Okay, are we still over 5.6? We are not. Consarn it. Oh, thank you so much, Cabot, for the heart me's and the good games. Didn't have patience as a kid. I imagine that if this was the game you had, because games were stupid expensive in Super Nintendo times, if this was the game you had, you learned patience. I'll see you around, Cabot. Thanks for stopping in, though. Okay, no big fish up here. Oh, okay, we got a fish. Doesn't look huge, but we got a shot. Interesting that it still only went 21. That's fine. This is the shallowest pool I've ever been in. So we gotta switch our lure up, find something that floats on top. Or we could probably use one of the sinks. The wind's at my back. Maybe. We'll give it a shot. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we got our bait rod going. We have our cloudy worm. We're going to try the cloudy worm. Cloudy worm. No real boost from the wind for that guy. Not you. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to reach him with the worm. So we'll go to one of our top loaders. That should get us through. Just again, I always got to be careful. I'm not going to be flinging it off into the woods, which is often a concern. Three wind at your back is a lot, especially if I use some of the, like if I use the spinning rod and stuff like that. I just got to be careful. I have no idea what the action I'm supposed to take with this particular lure is. Is he going around? No, he's up there acting disinterested. Like a jerk, but he has nowhere to go. He had nowhere to swim away to, so it's like, back here, back here. Come on down. Come on, fish, 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 fish. Jump in the boat. I don't think he's over 5. Grr. Okay, how would you beat this game? So there are 3 tournaments. Junior, ASC, and TNN. TNN's the last one, and I'm in the first round of the TNN tournament now. You have to place fairly high to continue on to the next tournament, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to have to go deep water because I'm not finding anything right now. And the lake's warming up. It's up to like 21.8. That's like 75 degrees, right? Got that fancy TNN vest on. Yeah. Like a pro, like I'm on TV. Okay. We are not using a top lure in the deep water. We're using the old reliable bass hunter lures, which have done very well for me. 18, not enough. Really? 71.24. I would have. Oh, there's a fish. A little bit left to center. Okay, we can get that fish. Playing on emulator, or do you have the physical media? I do the best I can, but I am playing with an actual Super Nintendo controller made by Nintendo on official Nintendo hardware. You jerk! Come back here. You're mine. I have laid claim to you, fish. How long until you move on to the next game? After I beat this game, I have to play through my GameCube game of the month. And then I will move on to the next Super Nintendo game, which is Street Fighter Alpha 2. Come on. You're interested. I know you are. Come on. Turn around. Oh, dang it. Okay. I gotta land it right in front of him. Do you enjoy fishing in real life? I have never really gone fishing in real life. I messed around with a fishing rod and caught something once when I was like 11, I think. But real fishing is not something I've ever participated in. Damn it! I don't want to lose the lure. And he's too small to shake off the hook and give me another shot, but grr. Biggest fish so far in this game was a little over 10 kilograms, but that was in like the first round of the first tournament. So that must have been like, starter fish, where they're helping you out. And then I got some 9 kilogram ones last round, but there's nothing large about that bass. You fish a lot? That's super cool. Wish I could. We've had some people come in who fish, and they've been able to provide me with some tips as to how some of the lures are supposed to work, where the bass are supposed to be given weather, time of day, time of year, that kind of stuff, which has been very helpful. Generally speaking, they say hang out near the tree branches and structures. Most of the time, hang out near structures. And then listen to the fish finder. And the fact that the game says you're supposed to manipulate the lures properly, like as you would in real life, is an interesting little wrinkle. Makes things a little harder because I don't know how these lures are supposed to work. I'm just kind of guessing based on the shape of the lure. Okay, we got a fish. See if we can't get him. No, he's not huge, but everyone we catch that is reasonable size gives us experience. Which is helpful. Oh, crap. I didn't wait until he was done jumping before I amped up the drag, so it messed with my tension quite a bit. I don't want to snap a line. Okay. Calm down, calm down. Oh, nope, this way. See how much easier it is when you just swim toward my boat? You'll have a lot better time hopping on the boat, I tell you. Boy, that looks like a 4-kilogrammer, I tell you what. 5.8. Nice. I did not expect it to be larger than the ones I had already. Only my top 5 gets scored, and I want to be over 45 total before I go into the weigh-in. So I have to figure out where the big fish are on this lake at this time of day in this part of the country, localized entirely within this lake. Okay. So let's see what we find here. Still cloudy, but it is warming up. So I imagine they'll start hiding under the dock more. But there's only one dock in this whole bloody lake, so what am I even doing here? I love it when it hits the shore and just falls back in the water. I might try the dam, but I think the dam is down at the bottom, full on at the south tip of the lake. Nothing over here, so the fish finder lied to me. That's fine. Is Super Black Bass a different game? Yes, Super Black Bass is a totally different fishing game that I will at some point have to play. Okay, now it's a sunny day, so we gotta switch things up. Different lure, because the game is very adamant that the fish don't like to bite if the lure is set up for the wrong weather. Okay, anybody on the right hand side? Not so much. Let's check the left hand side. No fish. Okay, so we got no fish there. We're gonna find someone. Yeah, we need fish that are up in the 10 kilogram range if we want to get the total weight we're looking for with our top 5 fish. How do you know the tournament is over? So I can end it at any time and go to the weigh-in. And it will end automatically at 4:30 p.m. in game time. But if I go weigh in now, I will lose just because the total weight I need to beat to get top score has gone up by about 5 kilograms every round, which would put me at 45 or so for this one needing to beat. I'm trying to line up the little fish symbol on the depth finder to be like dead center when I stop. See, there's a big guy in the middle there. It'd be so funny if like you go past the time limit and Fish and Game shows up and they're like, "No, sir, your permit expired at 4:30. You lose. Game over." Come on. You jerk. Okay, let's try again. So you're going through all Super Nintendo games, and I've been playing this one for a few days. Yeah, this one is hitting the 2-week mark, which puts it on par with some of the longer games so far. Not the longest yet. When do you move on to the next one? When I usually credits, but I make the rules, so depends on the game and whether or not I'm enjoying it. And this one, despite the fact that it's not something I would have normally selected, has been quite enjoyable. Okay, maybe I need to go deeper for this fish because he is... Oh, he went the other way this time. Okay. Let's go a little deeper and see if we can dig this fish up. We're going to get there. Are you playing in alphabetical order? No. What am I going to do with you, man? This is the bait I got. I need to come up with some way to sort of attract his attention, but I also need to spot exactly where he is so I can do that. Because I got to kind of plan my move out to make it work. It's down at the 2. Thing is, the sprite does look smaller than some of the other fish that I've caught. But sometimes I think the deeper the area you're fishing may mess with the size of the sprite as well. So if he's really down low, he can look smaller but still be a larger fish. I hope. Because that's the only hope I got. You rude fish hiding over there. Haven't seen a biggie fish tonight. Well, we're only a little ways in. We need to get something huge going, or we're going to have a bad time at the weigh-in. That much I know. Oh, come on. Why are you being so temperamental? I know I got the right lure. I'm in the right place. You should be all about this. You jerk. He ain't hungry. They're always hungry. They're fish. They swim and they eat. And they make little baby fish in the dumbest way possible. Okay, one more shot. This one doesn't count. He ain't interested. Okay. Okay, let's flip to a different lure and see if we can get something with a jig lure. This one, you have to move it to keep it below a certain line. The jig lure is you have to move it to keep it above, so hopefully that will help. Just more of a drift toward the bottom. Maybe where he needs it to be. I'm kind of running low on fine things. And this guy should work even though it's a cloudy lure, but I don't have a lot of options for sun. But we'll give it a shot. And he twitched, but that's not enough. I still got to be more dead center. He ain't hungry. Yeah. You played Uncharted Waters New Horizons yet? No, I have that one slated for special number. Just because that's one of my, I believe that's one of the like top 10, maybe 20 games on the system. Okay, I can't get anything out of this guy. Let's find a different fishing spot before I burn like hours and hours trying to get him. Okay, need to go back to our sunny time lures because this is the only fishing game you've played on Super Nintendo? So far, yes. There are others, there will be others, but this is what I've got so far. The only other one I know is Super Black Bass. I think SNES Drunk did a big old video on Super Nintendo fishing games, like 6 of them at least. Yes, Kim Smitherman. It's all about the bass. Nothing here. Okay, finally, the bridge. That's what we're looking for. The bridge. Okay. 24.7. It's got to be pretty loud, pretty hot for the fish, so they've got to be starting to hide. Or at least they should, just given the way that, like, the game logic follows from that. But unfortunately, not here. You know, I've tried some VR games, but I haven't. It's not something I have the wherewithal to dive into. I'm more like, I've got great ideas for VR games. Don't. The effort they go to like try and represent the area above and below is interesting, like where your hook lands, all kinds of stuff. Don't need that guy. Silly Loach, you're in the wrong lake. Let's try over here a little bit more. Just double checking there's nothing. Okay, nothing here. Nothing here worth looking at. Deeper water and take green lure. It's possible. I've tried the deeper water, especially now that it's hotter. They should be in the deeper water. So I gotta find the spots where it's like, it's tough because I've also like done research. Where do you find the bass during given types of weather, given times of day? And I don't know how accurate the game is, but I know they tried. So I have to figure they've planned for things like during this time of day, they go and they hide under docks and bridges. During this time of day, they head toward deep water. Especially with the way the game indicates all of those drop-offs in the lake, just sudden changes in height and depth. And there's almost always fish there, which apparently is a big thing for bass when you're fishing for them, as you look for drop-offs where they can basically swim to the shallow area and eat, and then swim down to the deep area and hide. And that's the place where you catch the big bass. At the drop-off. Which is fascinating. But did the game pull it off? Did the game do it? I don't know. I need to like get my Excel sheet out and just sit down and chart where I've caught big fish. So let's do this. This looks like a decent spot. Here, Microsoft Excel. I totally would. I have a huge spreadsheet of all the games that I've played and all the ones I haven't, and that's partially how I pick which game is next. I've shown it off before. I'm burning so much time just looking for fish. Are you trying to beat all 800? This is a collection of 800 Super Nintendo games, including as many North American ones as I can reasonably play, all of the European ones, and then a bunch of Japanese ones that have been translated or are playable without speaking English so I can try them, that kind of thing. I just have a big list, and then I'll just gradually work my way through it as I age. How long is it taking you to complete 133 games? Well, it's tough because the first like 30 were done over a very long period of time, just for fun, sporadically with other games, as part of a rank the Nintendo Switch Online games thing that I was doing that I thought was fun. The last 100. Okay, there's a guy on the far right there that is huge. The last 100 have taken about a year. How many hours do you play a game a day? I only have about 2 hours where I can play games a day. Usually from about midnight to 2 when my kids and my wife are asleep and stuff like that. That's just the time that I have. If it were like, I would have more if it were something where I like made money, but I can't commit to that. I need to find a job. Okay, we got a big guy. Coming back around, big guy. Down here. Down, down, down. Down, down to Goblin Town. Jump in the boat. What's your favorite game you've played or an underrated gem not many people talk about? Have you ever heard of Chrono Trigger? Chrono Trigger is still, one of my favorite games on the system and one of my favorite ones that I played. He looked so much bigger, but underrated games. There have been a ton of them. Spin Dizzy Worlds was an underrated game. It's sort of a Marble Madness kind of a thing. I actually see a lot of people playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors, so I'm not going to say that. Do you have a favorite modern game? Oh, that's so tough because modern is like such a weird nebulous term. I mean, I will always play Smash Brothers. No, I need cloudy weather. Underrated puzzle games. Yeah, Spin Dizzy Worlds is a puzzle game that is definitely worthy of notice and consideration. So let me look at the full list here again. Kakoma Night is, it's just a kicks game where you make you fill in the picture by drawing from the side and then locking off zones. Just a sec here. Let me deal with this fish. Hop in the boat. Who says find underwater depth changes or structures in places where water temperature is right? Yeah. Underrated gems. Super Valis 4 is an interesting game that's on the Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo service. It's very anime, but it is very fun. It is fun. Psycho Dream is an interesting little action platformer that never released in the US. And it's worth looking at just for how weird it is. Yeah, see, so underwater structures. And as far as yellow dots on the fish finder, that's the tough part is where is the fish finder in relationship to the boat? Like, is it taking a picture of directly under the boat? Or is it like in front of the boat? So if I stop and the little fish icons are directly in the center of the fish finder, the depth finder, does that mean there are fish there? Or if they are at the front of the depth finder, does that mean there's fish? Yeah, you would think it's like pointing straight down or something. But see, no fish. Dang it, there's a fish. Okay, I proved myself wrong. Let's see. Live Alive is a great experience. Out of This World is, of course, a classic. I'm not even sure what you'd categorize that game as. It's practically like a point-and-click adventure. Oh, dang it, I was right by him. Is there any game you played that was an absolute bore or just skipped completely? I haven't skipped any yet. But if you're asking me for games that you probably wouldn't enjoy playing, Bomboozle is one. It's a puzzle game that is very tedious and the music is incredibly irritating and it's ugly to look at. And the puzzles have a lot of like, there's no way to know that was about to happen until you do it. It says to explore the lakes beforehand to figure where the fish grew. Yeah, but it's trying to tell you how to actually bass fish. This is video game bass fish. I have played SimCity in the past for the Super Nintendo, but I have not played it for this yet. Okay, we're going to need a sink and lure for this one. I have played Shenmue before. I have played Red Dead Redemption 2. Actually, yeah, I have played the SpongeBob games that are backward compatible on Xbox One. Lion King for the Super Nintendo is slated for a specific number later just because it's kind of a legendary game. How long before you finish this game? I'm hoping a couple days at most, just because, oof, it's getting to be a lot. I've beaten Aladdin for the Genesis as a kid. I've beaten Aladdin for the Super Nintendo as part of this weird experiment. You look smaller than the one on top. What was the worm game again? Worms? I have beaten Kingdom Hearts before, and Kingdom Hearts 2. I haven't beaten 3, but I have played it briefly. Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim is on the Nintendo Switch Online service. Earthworm Jim 2 is. I haven't played it yet. I'm aware of it. I watched the cartoon for a little while. Long, long ago when there was a cartoon. Earthworm Jim was huge. They're all so small. Like, I've caught some huge ones in these kind of trees and collapsed pier areas, but there's nothing right now. Final Fantasy for Super Nintendo. Yeah, the Final Fantasy games for the Super Nintendo are great. I've only played Mystic Quest on here for this. I've played the other two, well, the other three, many, many times. What is your favorite game of all time? It varies depending on the day. A lot of the time, I will say Final Fantasy IV, but I will also say Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And PN3 is another one that I have loved for a very long time and have a lot of, Skies of Arcadia, stuff like that I just have a lot of regard for. But it just depends on the mood, because there are so many different games that do so many different things well. Super Mario World is a fine game, one of the greats. But I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites of all time. What about Fishing Simulator? Never tried it. Couldn't speak to it, one way or the other. Okay. Was there a Super Mario RPG for Super Nintendo? Yes, there was. That one's coming up soon. Come on, swim back around. Just watching the depth meter, trying to keep it between 5 and 10. Try and maintain interest. Favorite Mario game? I'm probably going to say Odyssey. Aerobiz and Super Aerobiz are on the list, but I haven't played them yet. How did I get your interest the first time? Yes, I have played Uniracers. We went through all of Uniracers. That is such a fun game. Favorite Mario game? Yeah, I'll say Odyssey. Racers is totally tubular. Great Mario game, Odyssey. Mine is Super Mario Bros. 2. It's weird because it doesn't make any sense, but I feel like the reeling sound scares the fish. Oh, thank you for the rose. Yeah, it is a very relaxing game. Not gonna lie. The music is very chill. You got bird sounds in the background, waves crashing. There's a lot to, you know, there's a lot going on here that is very chill. Okay, I cast too far and then I kept the drag too high. Have you played Top Gear yet? No, I have not. I think as far as racing games go, there's been a couple. Like the last one was Road Rash 4-wheel drive or something like that. Okay, so jig not working. I need to keep his attention. It's like I need to get the depth just right for it to work. Grr. So super fast away. What happened there? Who made him so mad? Personal top 5 on the Super Nintendo. Like so far, or just in general from what I know? Probably FF4, FF6, Super Street Fighter 2. Dang it! I try to think about like which ones would I play over and over and over and over and over again. It's tough to come back to just like 5 because it is wind up being RPGs for some reason, even though there are so many other types of games I love on the system. Look at that tiny thing. You're wasting my time, fish. Games you've actually played. Yeah, it winds up just being a list of RPGs and then Super Street Fighter 2. Clay game. There were a few. There was a whole like swath of Clay games all in a row. There was Clay Fighter. There was Claymates. Actually, that might just be them. Might just be those ones. Yeah, there were a few Clay games that came out. Clay Fighter had so. You go back and you look and you're like, how on earth were there like 6 sequels to Clay Fighter? Nothing here. I'm never going to catch any fish. Good Lord. This is very frustrating. But I made a commitment. I've already beaten 2 tournaments in the game. I've done my due diligence here. I have learned a lot about fishing. I'd be fine saying the game is over after if I lose the tournament. Where do you think I should go, guy? That doesn't help. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a must play. I already beat Turtles in Time, which is great, but now it's over. Sad. And Tournament Fighters, which I believe means that's I think all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that exist on the Super Nintendo. It's just Tournament Fighters and Turtles in Time. There are more Turtles games on the NES. Have you played Super Tennis? I have played it, but I haven't done it for this thing here. Okay, I'm just a little. What's the worst game you've streamed so far? I'd say Bomboozle just because of how long it is and how unfun I found it, but probably Bubsy. Some people would say Space Ace, but I didn't think Space Ace was that bad. It was fine. Just kind of lame. Bubsy felt actively bad in ways that Space Ace didn't. I saw you playing this one day ago. That means like 800 years to play all Super Nintendo games. Yeah. Cool Spot was, I believe, game number 50, actually. Cool Spot was interesting because I'd always played it, but I'd never seen like beyond the first couple levels. Not really. Very good. Yes, 5, but that's not enough. And getting all the way through Cool Spot was interesting because it just kind of ends. You go, I think it was like beach pier to eventually a house. And then you go back to the beach and then the game's over. Very strange. How many fish to win the tourney? That's not the point. They only weigh your top 5 fish. So I need to catch over 45 kilograms of fish to get top 1 in this tournament if the everything continues the way it has in the previous tournaments. If the weight increase goes on. So that's where the difficulty comes in. That fish finder lied to me. Okay. Easiest Super Nintendo game you've played? Mario Paint? No, actually, the Fly Swatter game in Mario Paint wasn't that easy. Road Rash was very easy, and then Mario's Fun with Letters was also very easy. I kind of like wouldn't count children's games, but you kind of have to. Hardest one. Zombies Ate My Neighbors was a hell of a thing. Psycho Dream is not easy. It can feel like it because the character can get super powerful for a while, but then you get hit once and getting back is not fun. Zombies Ate My Neighbors was very difficult. Just to go through it beginning to end, because you can't use the passwords because you're so weak when you use them that the game is nigh unplayable. You have to go from level 1 to really have a shot. Gradius 3 is not easy. Cutthroat Island was a fun, weird experience in memorization and why on earth did they do that thought process. A lot of people say the 7th Saga is hard, but it's just a question of grinding other than a couple of fights that are pretty difficult. So I'm not sure I would call it really hard. Yes, I have beaten True Lies. True Lies was a lot of fun. It's a very silly game, but it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a Hotline Miami feel to it. Yeah, I got nothing. Played any DS games? Not on stream. But I had a DS for a long time. And I played many DS games. Chrono Trigger DS is great. Final Fantasy IV on DS is great. Just the 3D version of Final Fantasy IV is great. Favorite superhero game? Arkham Asylum, probably. Arkham Asylum is a phenomenal game. Favorite chill wind down game? Super Solitaire. Of the ones that I've played so far, Super Solitaire is something I can just pop in, play a couple of games, and be done. And it would allow me to just relax and decompress. Okay, I can't reach that guy. He's too far back. I need a different lure, I think, that I don't have right now, and I can't buy new ones. There are 2 pinball games on the Super Nintendo, and I played one of them. I played Pinball Dreams. By all accounts, they're basically the same game, just different, slightly different skins. Like the mechanics all feel similar, but I haven't played the other one yet. Same thing. What do I even do? Jesus. Do I switch the rod and try and get a little bit more distance? Let's try the spinning rod for a second. It should be able to get me a little bit further out. Is it RNG or actual strategy? A little of both. So whether or not the fish turns up is sort of RNG, but there is strategy involved in getting it. And I'm getting better at it, which means there must be some strategy involved. I'm going to try a little bit to get this fish. Okay, this ain't gonna work. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, this game may be done pretty soon here if this tournament falls out of my hands, just because there's not much else I can do, and I don't think anybody wants to watch me play it for another 3 weeks while I try and get back to where I am now. But I can always just go from my save earlier tonight, which just don't save the game. What is that? I didn't rotate, so I got weird wind this time. Same thing, he's just too far back for me to reach him. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. But a huge part of this has to be forward progress. And part of that is learning the game and how it works. And I find that part fascinating. Just trying to get the hang of, oh, this, then this, then this. It's old game, what year? This game has a date on the title screen of 1993. It's over 30 years old, this fishing game. What's your streaming schedule? I try to do roughly midnight to 2 a.m. I try every night, but sometimes family stuff gets in the way. Sometimes I've just been doing it for like, a week straight and I fall asleep because I'm an old man and it happens. That's what I try to do, midnight to 2 a.m. Pacific time. And occasionally, if I'm having a good day and I'm done applying for jobs for the day, I will do a stream in the afternoon. And that can be fun. It can help knock out some extra stuff. Like I think I beat one of the modes of Super Solitaire in an afternoon stream. I beat Cutthroat Island in an afternoon during an afternoon stream. I beat the Rocketeer during an afternoon stream, just trying to make sure it worked. That kind of stuff. They're not common because, like, I can't justify that when I need to be looking for work. But midnight to 2 a.m., I can justify that. I've been doing okay, Hockey Legend. Trying to think about what hockey would have been like in 966. see if we can't find something here. Oh. Rain should bring out the big fish. Should. We're about to find out. And the thing is, even if I don't do great in this round, I should still be able to continue to the next round and then make up the difference in my total fish weight over the course of the entire tournament. The main thing is that if you take a top spot in a given round, you get a cash prize. You can buy better equipment, buy more lures. Have you been watching playoffs for NHL? No, I have not. I've engaged so little with like normal sports since I lost my job in July last year that it just, it's not some, it's so expensive to like pursue that kind of stuff and really get engaged with it. And it takes so much time that I just can't do it. I'm more likely to follow like something that's less real. Wrestling. Okay, nothing on this side. Let's check the other side. And then my other goal is to post like every night that I have a stream, post a short from that stream of some kind. Okay, so you're about dead center. That's fine. What'd you have for dinner? Here at hash browns, corned beef, and eggs. I think I had a handful of Tostitos for dinner. Not you. Not that little fish. My plan had been Jersey Mike's, but then my kid was like, I just want to go home. So brought her home. She had mac and cheese. I don't typically eat mac and cheese, so it happened. A rainy worm. Ugh. Barely the distance. Turn around, fishy man. You can sense it. I know you can. Come on, fish. Not you. Yeah, my go-to right now at Jersey Mike's is the turkey and provolone sub, but without the extra like vinegar and that stuff. Just replace the oils with mayo, and it works pretty well. How many kids do you have? Enough. I have 4 kids. That's enough for anything I would want to do. Okay, so it's actually a little bit right of center. Come on. Teens or adults or kids? Kids. Child persons. How long have you been streaming tonight so far? The little timer up on Meld says an hour 26. Oh, dang nabbit. Little distraction. You're ruining my day. Come on, get out of there. Hop on the boat. I don't want you, but I'll take you anyway. Yeah. Thinking I gotta go deep water. So we realistically have like 40 minutes there. Now, my general goal time is 2 a.m. Pacific, which is in a little over an hour. But that'll depend on how the rest of this tournament goes, because I think I'm going to reach the full 4:30 time limit and see what happens then. But I just can't seem to find any big, like huge fish. Okay, switch to my regular lure again. Besides, the whole point of doing this, in addition, beating the games is fun and all, but the real thing is, it's supposed to be a nice place where you can just kind of chill, have a good time, talk about video games. That's what I like to do, really. Just like to talk about video games. I've played tens of thousands of games in my life. I played basically everything that came out on the Xbox between 2015 and 2024. At least put hands on it. Stupid catfish, you're gonna ruin my night. Okay, so it's raining. They're not hiding under the bridge. They should be in all of these branched out, reeded areas. But what I may need to do is okay. We got a big fish over on the left. He's got a catfish near him. And we can get a little bit of depth, but not a ton. So I may need to go with a worm, but we're going to find out what happens next. There's a catfish and a rainbow trout that are just hanging out trying to ruin my night. Oh, he started coming back. I could have pursued him. Dang it. Let's try again. Just gotta get right up on his snoot. Gotcha. Come on down, big guy. Let's give you a little bit of line here. Whoa. You seem exhausted. Yeah, I can't go further than 24. That's at least something. Good lord, sir. You are a big, strong fish. I like you. Come jump in the boat. You'll be happy here. Got everything a boat could need. There we go. Please be huge. You're not huge. You're small. Where are all the big fish? Okay. Just gonna move north along this shoreline area. Because it's raining, they should be here. Loach. Just the anger in my voice when I said that. Look at the loach. Nothing here. And that's fine. Okay. We still got a little bit of time, but oh, it's 3:30 in game. Jeez. Not great. Boy. Well, well, there we go. Had to ban some people over on Twitch chat. They're not being nice. Okay. Get away from me, catfish. Okay, let's check the left because we see a fish there. Okay, no big fish on the left, so it's just the one on the right. Okay, let's see what we can do. Don't have a lot of time left. We need to catch, well, probably don't have a lot of time. Probably don't have enough time to catch the fish that I need. Okay, I can't waste time pursuing this guy and trying to pin him down. We're going to have to move on to the next spot. Because this guy just looks out of reach. So we just go other side of the shore. Just look like the right kind of fish. Wait a minute. I got an idea. What do this? Okay, yeah, that's the loach. Just had to double check. Okay. Nothing over here. Okay. Okay, we got a big fish. Let's see if we can't get him. We're going to need a sinking lure for him, though, because he is not set up for anything else. He's just not. Okay, there we go. Come on, you knocked. Come back around. Please. Okay, fine. Jerk. Try it again. Oh my god, 134. Yeah, it's been there for a while now. Hopefully we'll get some movement in a second here, but oof. We gotta catch some big fish first before we can get movement on the numbers. Come on. Dang it, now we gotta let out a whole bunch of line while you're way back there, defeating the whole purpose of everything I've been doing, just because you started fighting the inevitable outcome of this. No, this way. Hop in the boat. Hop in the boat. There you go. Oh, still small. I cannot for the life of me find a big fish. How much time did I lose doing that? Too much. Okay, we're going to fire straight forward. We're going to get this guy. Bam! 18 meters. Which, with the worm lure, is actually pretty good. Tickle, tickle. Come on, buddy. Okay, nothing. We gotta flip out. Okay, we're not getting anything with the worm lure, so we're gonna go with nice mid lure first. This is relaxing. Yeah, I know. The game is relaxing. Very first stream, I fell asleep. It's got like the rain sounds. Come on. Down, down to Goblin Town. Oh, go my land. Oh, go my land. Don't fight it. Just ease into it. It's always easier to just swim toward the boat. You're eating up my time. There we go. Gotcha. Deep water bass. How are you still so small? Ugh. Why is it exactly the same as my number 5 fish? The game has decided I cannot go over 30 kilograms. Thing is, I can't do like a little bit closer. I need to get fish finder went off again, so we'll try just to see what happens. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's anything here. Gotta go for that trophy. Now, it is a whole series. Anybody here doesn't look to be. Let's check the left side. If we don't see anybody, we just move on. Nobody here. Okay. I mean, it was bigger than the ones I've been getting, but still not large enough to matter in the grand scheme of things. Can they just weigh the 40 fish that I've caught that are all too small to really change things around? Okay, let's check another structure. How are we still in this game? It's not hard. That's the thing, or at least it didn't seem hard. It's just long. It's involved. And that's not a bad thing. It's just definitely not what I expected. Okay, we got a rainbow trout in there. There are plenty of fish here. Yeah, I'm just watching the time tick away, and it's like this thing ends at 4:30. I gotta get at least one or two big fish before there. A lot of RNG, it seems like. I'm not sure there is. I think it's a question of like practical knowledge outside of the game that I don't have. So like I look up where would you find the larger bass at this time of day in this kind of weather, and the game seems to try and represent that. So what I need to find are like drop off areas with the wind. Who thought a fishing game would be long? I figured it wouldn't be like this involved. Like, maybe a little tournament, maybe a little like, free fishing type stuff. But having this whole series of tournaments where you have to qualify and having, there's only like 6 different lakes, but it still works. I think the main thing is that I'm surprised that I'm getting as invested as I am in the mechanics of the fishing game. Okay, we got a little school of fish here. Any big boys out to play? Let's find out. Okay, no big fish here. It's like I only lost 2 minutes searching just now, but oof. It's 2 minutes I won't get back. Okay, rainbow trout. Only good fish in the snags. Yeah, that's not a bass though. You'd figure it's raining. They should be coming up to eat. But it's also hot, which means they would be hiding. I mean, it's not that hot anymore. It's actually cooled down quite a bit. It was up in near 25 Celsius. Now it's down to 20. And then here you got a deeper area with a drop-off, little ramp there. So there should be big fish here. That's a big fish, or at least it looks like a big fish. Let's see if I can catch it. I cast it over a tree, had to climb the tree to get the fish. Oh my gosh. Come on, big boy. You look tired. Come back around. Okay. Two big boys. Actually, just one, because the catfish I can't catch. I mean, I can catch it, and it'll cause all the other fish to disperse, but I can't keep it. And they tend to be really lightweight anyway. Okay. We gotta find the right lure to get this guy. We do not have a lot of time. We're gonna try a rebel popper. See what we can do. See if we can't get the big guy. Crawdaddy can't go far enough, Kim Smitherman. I need to go past. I need to go at least 21, maybe more. Okay, so if you can turn southwest. Come on, buddy. Work with me here. Oh, there's all these distracting fish are coming after me. Cut the tree branch and had to refight my fish. Just imagine. Just punching a haddock in the snow. Spinner. Do I have a rain spinner? See what I can do. I just need a little bit more range. It's in the rain, so I should be able to do. Ugh. This takes so much more time than I want it to. I was hoping with the like shoreline there that it would hit and then knock off, but yeah, this is not the time to have that work. Have that happening. Okay, so that's 21 right there. Let me mark it off with leaning a pencil up against the monitor so I know exactly what my level was. I gotta pull it in before the loach gets it. As a kid, spinner was OP. I've been using the bass hunter one, the one that looks like a little fish. That's the problem with spinners, really, for me. Am I using the bait rod too? The bait rod tends to be shorter range. Yeah. Dang it. Last one, but the round's almost over anyway, so it doesn't matter all that much. Anyone? Come on, man, you're trying to turn around. I could see it in your face. Your expression, everything tells me you want my bait lure. You're just getting caught. That's all. There you go. A little bit left. You can turn around. You're a big boy. Go reverse if you need to. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. He's not glitched. He's getting caught on the wood, but if I can just get past him. Oh, the wind changed. That'll help, actually. So now what I can do is I can use the jig lure, I think. So if I turn a little bit left, this, I can use the wind to kind of cast it further than I should. 21 meters, wrong area. But if I can catch this fish, this big fish, that'll at least bring my total up substantially and give me a bit of a better shot. I just got to bring my total up. Would you consider streaming this full time? It feels that way, doesn't it? And here's the thing, Kim Smitherman, there's 45 people in here. Oh, the wind got me. I was distracted. Okay. It's 4 o'clock. I gotta get something going. So much for the jig. But I should be able to get a little bit of extra distance off of the Bass Hunter one. Yeah, the wind has changed. So now it's at 3 arrows northeast, which makes things harder because it's much harder to aim where I want now. See, that went 20 meters, but it went way to the right. And I need to get like basically on top of him to do this. And I've lost most of my other lures at this point. So what we're going to try and do is $22. Okay, we're in a good spot now. You jerk. Over here, come on. You're my last hope, fish. I need you to weigh 30 kilograms. Okay, Okay. Let me take one last minute here, see what lures I got left. Oi. 401. Yeah, we're going to get to the end of this round. We're going to see what happens. And it may be that I just, tomorrow night, I'm starting over from this save again and trying to get 30 kilograms would break your line. Yes, but it's a video game. So I can pretend. Okay. It's really shallow water, so floating on top should be enough. No. He does look stuck. We're just going to rest on top of him, see what he does. I'm not having luck with anything else. So let's just leave it here. They all look stuck. It's like I need to get way up. I mean, I can't go much further line-wise at all anyway. The only option I really have... Yeah, he's trying to swim up. He's trying to swim away, but there's nowhere for him to go. So I should be able to get him. So I got one last little trick up my sleeve to try here, which is this. 22. Okay. Okay. I cannot move the boat. Nope. I will not get catfished again. Okay, so now I think I have an idea that I can use with the lure that I like. Maybe. 404. Try minnow, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, because I think I can get it a little bit further up now and get a little bit of a better movement on it. Don't use rattles while raining. Okay, 23. I got 23, but I got too far to the side. Okay. That's what I need to do. All the way left, a little bit right. 22. I don't like everybody crowding my guy. Getting in my way, you jerks. Oh, worm it up. Worm doesn't go far enough to get him, is the thing. I can't send the worm that far. So if I hook up the worm, even if I use the spinning rod, I hook up the worm, I just don't get the distance. He goes, top fish don't bite. He's knocked though. See, I get 18 meters on the worm at full power, which is not enough. What the heck was that, catfish? I need to use the spinner and I need to not fling it into the abyss. That's what I need to do. And that is surprisingly hard to do. Yeah, this seems to be my last catch of the day unless something magical happens. But let's see what we can do. So angry. I lost all three of them. I didn't even get to I barely got to use one of them. And it didn't even catch me anything. I'm unreasonably angry. This seems to be my best bet then. If I can just get it above him. You're so mean to me, fish. Just all the time mean to me. Damn you. You ruined my day. And now he's gone. My mighty big fish is now gone. I'm stuck with this itty bitty loach monster. Ugh. What I need to do is feed all of the smaller fish I caught to the fish that I caught beforehand. Let's try again just to be safe. I'll still be able to see if there's anything there. Unlikely. Yep, they are all gone. You suck, video game. I hate you. That was incredibly frustrating. Oh well. No save states, no rewind. Yeah, of course they got spooked. I caught a fish. I didn't mean to, but that's the whole reason those loach and catfish are in there, is to disrupt your game. Okay, so we're going to watch the weigh in and call it a night. And if it is disastrous, we will No, we'll just go on to the next round. I'm gonna try and catch one more fish. We got 10 minutes. Just gotta give myself 5 minutes to make it back to the weigh-in. I can't get to that big fish back there. Little fish. Little fish. Catfish. And we'll check up at the dam real quick just to see if there's anything hiding up there before we return. That's not a dam, actually. Those buoyed areas just eat lures. If a lure goes beyond those, that area, it just gets automatically lost. So I don't go near those buoys. Let's make our way back down. It's time to go to the local Piggly Wiggly. I have bass. That would be funny. Let's see if there's anything over here. Nothing on this side. I think I've hit 4:30. It's like all the fish have been caught. Oh, it's 4:24 already. I gotta get back to the weigh-in. Don't have time to hang around. You're mean, game. I want you to understand that. You're very mean sometimes. I need to do like professional fishermen and just hide weights in the fish. I spent so long trying to catch that one, only to have it get turned around on me by that stupid loach. That's pretty funny. Yes, Movie Matthew, it's not over yet, but depending on how this next weigh-in goes, it may be over tonight. And I may have to, I may just move on to PN3. Because we've seen this game now. We've seen everything there is about it that we need to see. We've seen every lake, every lure, every fish. And that's okay. Don't make fun of Jason. He's just making sure I don't lose track of where I'm supposed to be going. So I gotta go get weighed in. Oh man, time ticked off awful fast there a second ago. Tournament is over. Penalty for each minute late. That's pretty cool. I mean, it sucks, but I gotta get to the end. 3 minutes. 4 minutes. 5 minutes. Damn. Oh, this is rough. I don't even want to know. Let's see how high I had to be. 48. That's nasty. So, the field record is 7.6. For him to get 5 fish that total 48 means an average of over 9 kilograms. Oof. That's crazy. So let's see what the outcome is here with my rather poor performance. So I think I was only 30 kilograms in my estimate. Oh, super cool, Matthew. It's like they got heavier while they were in my little cart there. Top 5 or else. No, I've finished dead last before and managed to continue on. It's the final total weight of the tournament is what I need to be to count as a winner. But being 18 kilograms behind, it's not good. 1 kilogram paragraph. Oh, 1 kilogram penalty for being late. Yeah, I finished dead last before. It's not the end of the world. It just sucks. Try a little harder. Okay. So. Don't kid yourself. One more challenge. What is that? Do you know what your next system will be for the game? What do you mean? So, I play one GameCube game a month, and then everything else has been Super Nintendo. And then, so I'm going to play PN3 for the GameCube next. And then after I play PN3 for the GameCube, which I'm playing on my Wii because it's easier, then I'll go back to Super Nintendo. That's all. Pretty straightforward. But we're going to call it a night there. And thank you everybody who stopped by and said hello. Now it's time to say goodbye. And if you just stopped by to watch and didn't say anything, that's fine. I appreciate that too. I hope to see you tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. Have a good night, everybody. First, I got to turn off this little bar at the top. Then I got to turn off my microphone.